Chapter 35, the final chapter. The gentleman was gone. A great cheer went up. The cats from the cage came charging downstairs. Varjak Paw slumped to the floor. He should have felt like cheering too, but he didn't. All he wanted was a quiet place to rest. "Varjak Paw, you did it," said Julius. Varjak and his friends. They were swamped by admiring green eyes. The Mesopotamian blues swept them up and carried them on their shoulders. Around them, the street cats were taking over the Contessa's house. They were everywhere, celebrating their release, enjoying their freedom. "Thank Jalal that's over," said Mother, above the racket. "Now how are we going to get back to normal?" "Good thing there's all that dry food," said Father. "It's not caviar, but it'll do." Varjak stared at them, shocked. "You don't want to stay here after everything that's happened." "We can't go outside," said Father. "This is our home," said Jasmine. "The Contessa's house." "But there's no Contessa anymore," said Varjak. "No more gentlemen. It's just us. We're on our own in the world." He heard a snuffling noise. It was Jay, Jethro and Jerome. "Don't be scared," he said. "We'll start again. We'll find a new home somewhere, just like Jalal when he left Mesopotamia, except this time it'll be ours because we'll make it ourselves." "Varjak Paw! Clutch!" The family scurried aside as the colossal dog leapt back through the window. Tam turned to Holly, her eyes wide open with wonder. "I don't believe it," she whispered. "He actually talked to a dog, a real, proper dog." "He's called Clutch," said Holly. "He's a friend." Clutch's tail wagged merrily. That cloudy look was completely gone from his eyes. They were the clearest black now, and they sparkled with a new life. "Man gone now," he panted. "Won't come back." Varjak grinned. "You saved us all, Clutch. But how did you climb the wall?" Clutch drew himself up to his full height. "Walls scare Clutch, but friends need Clutch," he shrugged. "So Clutch, climb wall." More cheers were going up. Some of the cats from the cage had found the gentleman's caviar. They were feasting like they'd never feasted before. Others were streaming through the shattered green window, returning to their lives outside as the sun began to rise after the long, dark night. Varjak turned to his family. "That's where I'm going," he said. "That's where I belong." "But you and your friends, you saved us," said Julius. "You're head of the family. You can't go now." Varjak smiled at his brother. "I think maybe it's time there wasn't a head of the family anymore," he said. "There must be a better way of doing things." "Show us, Varjak," said Jasmine. "I'll show you how to hunt, to fight, to live outside if you come with me." He looked around the family circle. One by one, they all looked down. But he didn't feel alone. He felt free. "Varjak, thank you for saving us," said Father. "You were right about the gentleman. We were wrong about your friends. We were wrong about a lot of things. But we can't come outside with you. Not yet, anyway." "If you ever need us," said Mother, "we'll be here." "I understand," said Varjak. And at that moment, for perhaps the first time in his life, he really did. They said their farewells, and then Varjak turned to Holly and Tam. "So, do you want to be in a gang then?" he said. Tam nodded and grinned. "There's only one gang I want to be in," said Holly, "and that's ours." "Clutch too," barked the big dog. Clutch carried them out. As they went, the friends talked and laughed together about the things they had done and the things they would do. Many of the cats they freed from the cage followed them, like they were leaders of a gang. So much lay ahead them. Anything was possible now. It was a beautiful morning. The earth was decked out in dewdrops. The open air was fresh and clean. And up in the clear blue sky, the sun was rising with the promise of a new day, dawning on the wide world, shining bright and amber, like the eyes of Varjak Paw. The end.